Okay. We're here. We're back. It's three for the money. Finally, after a long hiatus and many technical difficulties, we are here just in time for college football season to start. It's, new episodes every Thursday. Obviously, I didn't have to tell you that. But as of right now, when you're listening, in 3 days will be college football. It's going to be week 0, and I'm not super pumped for it, but I'm here for it. Chris,
How are you?
how are we doing?
I'm pumped. I don't know how you can't be pumped. It's college. Like I don't care if it's week 0. It's college football. I don't care if there's only going to be one watchable game. It's college football.
Yeah, it's what we've waited for.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna. It's like, oh, we only get one game and it's on at like fucking 1 o'clock. I don't care. It's college football. I'm gonna watch every game I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, John,
Did
how have you
you-
been since?
Uh,
Th-
good. Um, did you guys see that thing that was, I think it was a tweet today that was like, if you didn't go to the schools that you're watching in week 0, you're a disaster or something?
So, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, like, what does that mean? Like,
I'm terminally ill then.
yeah, like, of course,
Because
I'm gonna,
I am incredibly excited.
I mean, how can you not be? I don't care who's playing. It's college
It's
football.
football.
It's
We
football.
haven't no, yeah. See, these are just the casuals. They're not like the. I live and die by this sport.
Yeah. These
And
are
this in
the
the NFL.
oh, my team plays next week. People that are just jealous, honestly.
I don't care. I don't care. Tennessee doesn't play till next week, and I'm
Yeah.
incredibly excited.
See, this is where
Both my
I think this is where it's good to not really be affiliated with any team. Like, it's like, yeah, I like my alma mater, but I know they're never going to do anything. So it's like, they're never going to go to a national championship. So it's like, what's the point? But this is like good for people like me who still like football. And it's just like, I don't care who's playing. It's on all day. I could just sit down
It's football.
all day.
oh the
All day, baby. So those people can go rot and kick rocks or whatever they want to do, but if you think that it's like we're sick or disturbed or whatever, that's your own prerogative. I mean,
like what else are you gonna do? Like how can you know that college football is happening and not watch it? Like that makes no sense to me. Just be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll go apple picking or some bullshit.
yeah. If you catch me, I mean, hypothetically,
You catch me at an orchard. You catch me at an orchard any Saturday in the fall, shoot me, because I've lost my mind. Take me out back like old Yeller.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gone.
Yeah, it's too far gone, and there's no saving you. So, it puts you down like a rabid dog.
Exactly.
All right.
You
Well,
ain't there, you ain't there on your free will.
Will, how are you doing? I realize we skipped over you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I guess we did.
It's okay. I kind of said some words at the beginning, but I don't know. I've been kind of just vibing. We went on vacation, and we're gonna go to Vegas in 2 weeks for the week 1 of the NFL season. I'm super pumped for that. That's gonna be crazy. And other than that, it's been incredibly stressful with all the technical difficulties that we've had. I'm kind of getting over a sickness, so if I'm over here, kind of out of the camera, it's because I'm coughing. So we're gonna vibe with that. I should probably get some cough drops. But other than that, I'm just here.
I thought you were about to make a shopping list or something. I was like, I gotta get some soup, some cough drops,
Get some orange juice.
some tea.
No.
We should have let Will go first.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
That's his own fault. He
Bringing the whole thing down
started
here.
it. That's his own fault.
So, well, college football's back.
Yeah.
How you doing, Will? I mean, I'm sick.
My laptop's busted. It's a paperweight.
Everything sucks.
We gotta go remote.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
We're just
tragedy.
figuring it out.
We're figuring it out.
So, but
We're
we're
thriving.
here, and this is
We're
the
back.
last week of NFL preseason.
Thank God.
Lots of headlines.
The
let's see.
Raven streak is dead.
Yes, that is important. That is important gambling news because
Commanders money line all day.
you took that.
Yes, I did.
That's
It was.
crazy. That's beyond me.
That's like I knew football was back. I sent this to our group chat. I was standing 5 inches in front of my television, arms crossed, just will. It's like just getting field goal range.
Already in mid-season form.
Oh.
Already.
It's like as I was like, what's his name, Joey Sly or whatever that kicker's name is. As he was lining up to kick it, I just had like a self-realization moment. I was like, whether this goes in or not, like football's back. I'm back. Like this is where I want to be. It's just standing like this, 2 inches from my television,
Yeah.
just willing a meaningless game to go my way. And
Yeah.
I've seen people are getting mad at the Commanders for caring about this game. Shut up. Just let that team, that franchise has been through so much.
Yeah.
Let them get any sort of victory they can.
And well, like if you're going off of that like mindset, like then nobody should care that the Ravens had a 23-0 record in the preseason.
Yeah, like what do we like? Then nobody should care about
It's-
like why even televise them then? Like,
Yeah.
what's the point? If
Like-
nobody should care at all about these games, then like what's the point? We shouldn't be able
Yeah.
to gamble on them. We shouldn't be able to watch them. We should have no information. They shouldn't even play them. Just do scrimmages. Like
Play.
I don't. If we're not supposed to care, then don't give me the option to care.
Yeah. Like I mean, they're just haters, obviously.
Yeah, and then I saw like some Ravens former reporter or some lady was saying like, oh well, the commander said they didn't care. Well, Joey Sly was doing the L, and somebody was like, and all these fans and players were talking shit. It's like, okay, well you clearly don't care if you're tweeting about. It's like, oh well, if it just makes me so mad. It's like, well, if they shouldn't care about the streak, then you shouldn't care about the streak
Yeah.
because it's the preseason. It means nothing.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
know. I'm just.
Nobody should care then. Like that's
Don't
It's so dumb.
Don't put it on national television.
yeah. Don't
Like-
parade the record around like it's something to wave about then. Like
And that's all every freaking weekend I see on Twitter. It's like, well, the Ravens haven't lost a preseason since the Bush administration. So it's like, okay, well, am I like stop saying if I'm not supposed to care, then shut the hell up about that. Just
There was
fans,
in that
people
record.
getting mad fans for celebrating just anything pisses me off. Like especially a tortured fan base like that, let them have something. Who gives a shit if it's their Super Bowl? They need something. They need a win.
Yes, the Commanders arguably had
Anyway.
the biggest win of any franchise in getting a new owner in the offseason. So we knew they were, the curse has been lifted from Dan Snyder.
that was
They are-
but
that was the
Yeah.
exorcism of Dan Schneider.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was the exorcism of
The
Dan
demon,
Schneider.
the demons
The
are gone.
It's all coming
So-
together.
Yeah.
Even though their owner or new owner just botched that handshake, but it's
Ah.
whatever.
That was
Dude,
brutal.
that
a
was
brutal
so
clip.
that was so funny. That was so
Oh, it was hilarious.
funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Oh my god.
And-
I don't think I've ever seen like a more drunk person on TV.
As someone
Like-
who's been like in like some awkward handshakes, like give him a break.
Yeah. Dude was
Like there's sometimes like he's just trying to be nice.
I don't even think he knew what planet he was on, if I'm being honest. Like
He looked like he was under the influence of something.
yeah.
He's doing his best.
Either that or he's just really weird.
Listen, if you're a billionaire, you did something to where you're not 100% right.
Yeah,
you're weird. You're kind of weird.
They're
You gotta be
different.
weird
They're
to
very
be a
different. That's a fact.
billionaire. There's always something weird with billionaires. But with the Raven streak, like talking about who cares versus who doesn't, like hell, I mean, there has to be some moment where they probably went, I don't know, 6, 7, 8-0 in the preseason. You know, whenever that streak was started, it's like, oh, we have to keep this going. We have to try and win every single game,
Yeah,
every single preseason.
Like when the Commanders were like on the edge of field goal range, excuse me, on Monday, like the Ravens were going like cover zero, like they were going after Fromm.
Mhm.
So you can't say like they didn't care because they were trying to knock him out of field goal range. So like just shut the hell up. It's fun. Also, just streak aside and all that, that was a fantastic game. Like preseason or not, that was like entertaining as hell.
I missed it.
It was a lot of fun. It was very back and forth. Like Jake Fromm is making plays. I mean, that's legitimately one of the worst NFL quarterbacks I've ever seen, and he's like thriving. Like just guys coming down on him, just making plays in the pocket. It was incredible.
Did he go to Georgia?
Yeah, he did.
Right.
He was obviously very good at Georgia, but like I remember last year, 2 years ago with the Giants, he was just it was the last year of the Judge era. He was terrible. Like he couldn't complete a screen pass. Like legitimately the worst NFL quarterback I've ever seen. He just couldn't complete checkdowns. So
I don't know.
and he's out here now in the preseason just thriving under pressure. It was entertaining as hell.
In sort of related news to the Commanders, Sam Howell was named the starting QB of the Washington Commanders. Fun fact, went to the same high school that my dad went to.
Really?
He went to Sun Valley at high school in Matthews, North Carolina. And like they're like all posting on Facebook like go they're like the Sun Valley Warriors or whatever. They're like you know, rooting them on and stuff. And it's like really cool, you know. It's like you know, someone who went to your high school is like kind of famous, which is crazy.
I think there's a guy who I don't know his name. He graduated like a year before me, and he went on to play for the Denver Broncos. And he played. He never started. Don't get it twisted. He didn't start or anything, but he won the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning without doing a single
Marius
thing.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Hey.
Demarius Thomas went to Laverne High School. I mean,
That's awesome though.
yeah, but
Yeah.
The I don't know if you guys know the Colquitt brothers and the punters in the NFL. Well, they were. I think they're both retired now. They went to my high school.
Oh,
Went to Bearden?
Yeah.
okay.
One of them, I can't remember which. One of them got a ring with the Chiefs.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
Nice.
So
you had brothers that were both punters,
yes.
or they
Were they
weren't
twins?
Were they?
No, they were. No, I don't think they were twins. They were, but yeah, they were brothers, and they were both punters. They were before me, so I couldn't tell you for sure. But they went to Bearden, and they played. Then one of them, I think it was Dustin, got a ring with the Chiefs.
I don't know
Yeah.
why,
That's
but
nice.
I was
Punter
picturing
HS.
I was picturing twins. I don't know why,
That'd be wild.
but I was picturing. I was like,
also picturing twins.
I was like, why does this football team have two punters who are basically the same person?
I was like, how would that work? Two punters.
Now I need to look it up.
I mean, we have to now.
Yeah,
I know they weren't. Hold on.
this is important.
Yeah, Dustin Colquitt won. He was a Super Bowl. Oh god,
MVP.
it was no. He was whatever number when the Chiefs beat the 49ers. I'm bad with Roman numerals. He was on that team. Two-time All-Pro. First team All SEC.
So, last time we met, we were talking about college football futures,
Mm-hmm.
and I had prepared one for the next podcast that we were doing before we had all those technical difficulties. I'll just go ahead and say it. It's not a pretty pick. It's more of a vibes play. But I'm going Colorado over 3.5 wins. Listen, I know it's not pretty, and it may or may not happen, but this is a vibes play, okay? Coach Prime is there. He has 6 transfers, and Pac-12 doesn't really have a lot to play for these days because it's just going to go to shit anyway. But yeah, that's really all the takes that I have on that, and that's about it. Feel free to dismantle it. I can see that, Chris, you would very much like to.
We'll get into this later, but I have Colorado under 3.5 on my card. Have you seen their schedule?
Yeah,
It's rough, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, like I think it's like other than Colorado State, they're not really. I think they'll beat like Arizona. I think they'll win 3 games. But get to 3.5 because I was with you. I was like, all right, Dion, Coach Prime, let's go over 3.5. And I was looking at their schedule and I was like, ugh,
Oh.
I don't know about this. So, I mean,
Did you know?
I would say
Go ahead,
oh.
Chris. Sorry.
no. I was gonna say I would say I'm rooting for you, but I bet against that, so I'm not.
So you're not rooting for me. That's fine.
No, that's what
No,
I just
he's.
said.
um.
I won't be mad. I won't be mad if it loses. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a smart play. I mean, if we're going by statistics and things.
It's not like it could happen because like the vibes are high with them, and like you said, the Pac-12 is all but dead. So, but we'll see.
Yes, this is very much like a we'll see. It's like maybe they'll get 3. Maybe they could squeak out a 4th in like at a game that they don't really have any business winning, but maybe they find a way.
Win 3 games, like that's still something.
Mhm.
Because I mean, this team won 1 game last year, far and away the worst team in the country. So, but yeah, sorry
Did-
to poo-poo
did-
on your pick.
It's okay.
Did you also know that is the most bet on college future?
No.
That is
So
the primary reason I bet the under.
that is the public's pick. So you're
Real.
going with yes. That's why I
That
don't like
makes
it.
me feel terrible.
They're also
the
like,
worst.
there are a bunch of, not a bunch, but there are some people betting them to win the national championship.
No.
I mean, obviously not, but the fact that the public loves them that much.
Yeah.
No, that's. Ah man, maybe I
When
won't
you-
take that.
When you said Colorado, I was like, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
Both of us were like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I had the same thought, and then I was like Chris, and I looked at the schedule, and I was like, maybe not, and I just kind of went on about my day, and then I saw that earlier this week, and I was like, well, I'm really glad I didn't take that.
I don't think I placed it quite yet, but
Let's
I
hope
placed
not.
the other ones that we talked about.
Let's
I
let's-
hope I did.
Yeah. I would look for that cash out option if you could, if you already did. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
that's probably what I'm gonna do after this. Well, I know that Chris has a list of college football futures, but before we get to him, John, do you have anything to add before Chris takes up the majority of the time on the podcast?
Let me pull up my list. Let me see.
I know you have NFL props,
I do.
but
So I have an NFL prop if we want to talk about those after college football. It's
we could do that.
okay.
The only new one I have is for college football is LSU over 9.5 wins. I think that LSU could easily play in the SEC championship.
For sure.
But
So
they did
I
last
mean,
year.
Total was
Yeah.
low.
Yeah, 9.5. I just liked it. It's minus 125 on DraftKings. I think that's where I saw it. But yeah, I was kind of looking at their schedule, and I was like, they could win 10 of these 12 games if they
in a while.
if they really wanted to.
Yeah. The LSU team last year was like pretty up and down, but also like really capitalized on some weak moments in some other teams. Like when they beat Alabama, that was crazy.
Yeah,
Definitely did not see that coming at all.
Yeah, Mississippi
Yeah,
State,
I mean-
Arkansas, Ole Miss, Mizzou, Auburn, Army, Alabama, Florida, Georgia State, and Texas A&M. I definitely think there's 10 wins here, with their possible 2 losses being, I'm gonna say Alabama and maybe Texas A&M.
Florida State more than A&M.
Who?
I'd say Florida State more than A&M. That's a road game. Essentially, it's in Orlando. Florida State's gonna be good. I don't know
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Like I could see it. I don't believe in A&M that much. I think they'll be better. I don't think they'll be great. So, but yeah, those if they win one of those, that LSU, Bama, they got it. Unless they choke tremendously, then they got
Yeah,
it.
I mean they could choke against Ole Miss or Texas A&M, and who knows? But yeah, I see 10 wins there.
I like
Oh, yeah.
it.
Chris, if you would like to take up the majority of this podcast talking about your college football bets, I know you have a number of them, and I want to hear them all, and I want the people to hear them all.
Okay. Well, it won't take too much time. I'll just rattle them off. But I got a list. By far the most bets or futures I've ever placed. 22. So we'll just rattle them off real quick. Okay. These are all win totals unless said otherwise. Uh, Georgia Tech under 4.5. Michigan over 10.5. Iowa under 8.5. TCU under 7.5. West Virginia under 4.5. Utah over 8.5. Utah to make the Pac-12 title game at plus 260. Give me that shit. Colorado under 3.5. South Carolina under 6. Eastern Michigan over 7. Akron under 4. Toledo over 9. Toledo to win the MAC at plus 180. MTSU, True Blue, baby, over 6.5. Liberty, over 8.5. Jacksonville State, under 4.5. Charlotte, under 3.5. Temple, over 5.5. Utah State, under 5. Air Force, over 8.5. Air Force to win the Commander-in-Chief at minus 120. And my last one, last but not least, fuck you, Butch Jones. Arkansas State, under 4.5. 22 bets, 22 winners. Let's go.
All right. Wow.
Let me just add. Betting 22 futures. Well, I get bet all these on DraftKings. I think I bet about 14 of them. That's how you get an email the next day about responsible gambling.
Let's
You got an
say
email the next day about
I got an email. I placed all these yesterday. I placed about 15 or so on DraftKings because I had a deposit boost, and then I placed the rest, like the remaining 6 or so, on MGM. And yeah, I got an email today. I'll send you a screenshot if you want to put it in. It's like, hey, don't forget to practice responsible gambling.
so.
Chris.
Let me. No.
Which-
Hold on. I think this is on them.
I do too.
This is on them. They gave you
I
a
did-
deposit boost.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, like, what's the problem?
And then also, I don't know if it's going to make me sound like a real degenerate or not. This is not the most bets I've placed on DraftKings in a day. During, like, when the college football and basketball season overlap, I'm easily going at least 20.
Easily.
So for 14, I was like, easy. But I just thought it was funny. Yeah, I was sitting on my couch this morning. I was like, oh, you got an email from DraftKings. Don't forget to practice responsible gambling.
Oh.
But yeah, if you want to know how to get on like a list or something, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's
So-
beautiful. That's beautiful.
I'll send them an email when all these fucking win. Be like, hey, how responsible was this? I'm up fucking 70 million units.
That's all time. That's
But yeah.
I think I'm gonna tell anyone who will listen that story. That's insane. I've never heard of any of that happening to anyone. That's hilarious.
Me
Yeah.
neither. I didn't. It was a little bit of a hit, but you know what? Whatever. It's only responsible if you lose.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how it works.
Shut
Yeah.
up, Sean.
So, give me your top 3 of those that you're in love with, that you want to make long-term plans with, that you want to move in with, that you want to have children with.
Take to Pleasure
and
Town.
others.
You.
Yes.
The top 3 that I want to spend the rest of my life with: Michigan in this order: Michigan over 10.5, Air Force over 8.5, TCU under 7.5.
Okay.
I
TCU, who made the playoffs, under 7.
the fall off, the TCU fall off is gonna hit them. It's gonna hit them hard. Me and Sean, I think we talked about it. Their schedule, the first 7 weeks of the season, is pretty cake. But the last 4 to 5, I can't remember what it is exactly, is a gone.
It
Like there's
seems
a, like they're
they could go 6-0, and then for the rest of the year they could go 6-6. That's how like that schedule is set up.
Yeah. Like it's bad. Like their non-conference is kind of a joke. Even though SMU, I think SMU is going to give them a fit, but their conference schedule is brutal. They have to play Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas State. I don't see it.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one to push that over button on for sure.
Yeah. They lost a lot of games last year or they won a lot of games that they should have lost last year. So I think it's going to
Yeah.
come back around.
That's very true. That's very true. That was really like the talk of like why they like made the postseason and they made the
Oh, yeah.
playoffs. It was like they were just winning these games by like 3 or 4 points, and it's just like, I mean, they're winning the games, but
I mean, even against Baylor, who is a very middle of the road Big 12 team, they had to kick like a 50-yard field goal as time expired. So they were by no means world beaters last year, and they're gonna, I think, get the reality check is coming for them this year.
hell yeah,
Agreed.
hell yeah.
Agreed.
Let's go.
And why do you love the Air Force pick so much? Was it because they completely were just like, yeah, we dropped nukes on Japan. Yeah, we did that.
I loved it before that, but that was perfect. I
That
saw a lot of people getting upset about that.
that
get
tweet
it,
is.
but-
Hold on. Let me find that tweet.
That was an all-timer.
Yeah, it's just. I'll send it to you, Will. But it's just in the bomb in the back. It just says Tokyo bomb, like it's a newspaper article. And then it's like the Japanese were apparently entirely unprepared for our arrival. General James Doolittle.
That's funny.
And they were like, yeah.
Wild.
And they titled the tweet an ambush to announce their new uniforms. I thought that was one of the, like, I mean, they're obviously just riding the Oppenheimer hype because it's like, yeah, nukes, you know? But, like, this is
That was
so funny.
At what cost?
This is so funny.
I loved it before, but I saw that and I was like, I can't get to the window quicker. Like this is it.
Yeah.
this is a sign.
Yeah, let me
That's funny.
screenshot that.
All right. Well, now that Chris is done with his win totals and futures, how about we take it to the NFL? So,
Yep.
NFL starts next week. It's here. It's around the corner.
1 week from today, Thursday.
That was 2 weeks.
Oh, it is 2 weeks.
That
Yeah,
was
it is
2
2
weeks. Oh, okay.
It
Okay.
is 2 weeks. I got my weeks screwed up. But anyway, let's go into NFL futures. I might have some for next pod, but what do you guys have? I know that Sean really got into the NFL prop futures. What do you got, Sean?
Let me pull it up because I forgot where I put it.
Gotcha.
All right. First off, I played a little Adam Rank this week. I just predict.
Sucks.
Well, yeah, I know, but he's just the guy that I associate this with, and I
Just joke.
yeah. So it's weird when you go through. So the website I was using, you go through each week and each matchup, and you say who's gonna win or who's gonna lose. I had the San Francisco 49ers going like 15-1, which is nuts because I didn't realize how easy their schedule is. But this brought me to a very interesting one, and it is the Panthers over 7.5 wins.
Go.
Talk to me.
Well, as Chris had predicted a couple weeks ago, when we read out the division parlay, he has the Carolina Panthers winning this division anyways. And I very much think it is a definite possibility that the Carolina Panthers could win this division. And they could also win 8 games, which isn't really that hard with their schedule. The Panthers obviously play in the NFC South. That division stinks. That division stinks. They could easily accumulate 6 of their wins just from their division. And then
It can happen.
the NFC South is playing the AFC South this year. So they get the Jags, the Titans, the Texans, and the Colts. I can pretty much rule out 2 of those, Colts and the Texans, as being a very winnable game for the Carolina Panthers. And already, that's 8. We're there. That's it. And, they play a couple teams. Like, I think they play the Bills. I think they play the Jets. But they do play the Bears and the Packers. I think I should have looked up their schedule.
Yeah, I think. If they play the Bears, then they definitely have a shot of winning.
NFL too, like it's so hard to go through a schedule and be like, oh, dub, dub, dub. Like unless, like you said, they're playing the Bills, that's probably a loss. But I mean, any given Sunday, Al Pacino, shout out. But like anything can happen in the NFL. Oh yeah.
So
Big fan of.
He's all about
Big fan
money.
of.
games in the Carolina Panthers schedule, games that I am concerned about are the Jags, the Cowboys, the Dolphins, the Lions, the Vikings. And that's kind of it. I think any game within their division is winnable. I'm on the fence about the Titans, but yes, this team could go 11-5 if they really wanted to.
That'd be a big jump.
So
That would
I think
be huge.
yeah, that'd be pretty huge.
I love that. I would love that.
But yeah, that's my first one. I think I already talked about this, but I have Josh Allen to win the MVP plus 850. Dating an actress, all that junk. Speaking of Josh Allen, I have him to rush over 6.5 touchdowns. Minus 125.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
What is that at?
6.5 rushing touchdowns at minus 125.
Oh, minus 120. That seems like free money.
Unless he gets hurt. But, yeah, it seems like free money.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, well, I'm taking that. Are you kidding me?
Hell yeah.
What book was that on?
I believe that was DraftKings.
I'll probably be taking that.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know. They might not let you, Chris.
Yeah. Like, hey, that's another future. We're going to go ahead and send the police to your house.
Call the IRS.
Make too much money off this.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, they wouldn't be... Why are they sending me this unless they know these are winners?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Other last two that I'm going to talk about. I have Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill to have over 1,500 receiving yards at plus 130 for Jefferson and plus 200 for Tyreek Hill. Justin Jefferson has hit over 1,500 receiving yards every year but his rookie year. He's gonna do it again.
He's the best. He's been the best receiver in the league.
He is the best receiver in the league.
Yeah,
It's
he's the best
not
receiver.
it's not close.
Yeah.
If you're the top fantasy draft pick, you're the best receiver in the
As
league.
a wide receiver.
Yeah, as a wide receiver, you're the best receiver in the league.
That's
Tyreek
one
Hill
thing.
Tyreek Hill on the other hand, has never gotten above 1,500 receiving yards until last year when he played with Tua, and then Tua got hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Tuanon.
Do you know how many receiving yards he had last year? Would you like to take a guess?
Is it 1501?
Nope.
I was going to say 1508.
Is it 16?
Nope. No. It
Is
is
it-
seven.
I don't know.
It is 17-10.
Holy
He-
shit.
Yes, I don't. And Tua was hurt for a lot of that season.
I did not know he had that many. Holy shit.
Yeah. So, I feel pretty confident in both of those. Again, these are the two best receivers in the league. And you're
I like
saying they're not going to get 1,500 receiving yards. They're going to get it. I feel very
I like
confident
that.
in these picks. Probably the most confident I've ever felt about anything.
that. Wow.
The numbers are there.
They
Numbers
they are there.
I like that.
But yeah, that's all I got
All
for
right.
the NFL.
Oh yeah. Chris?
I got a couple. I got a win total and a player prop. Actually, I have two player props. I'll do my first one. This is not a whole lot of research. I'm going Calvin Ridley over 990 and a half receiving yards. Fellow degenerate. Like,
Yeah,
But, I
he
mean-
got to bet on himself.
yes. But in like an actual sense, he's going to be pissed off. He's still really good. I would assume at least. He's going to be wide receiver one by a long shot. So I think he gets over 1,000. So if you're going to give me 990 or 991, I guess I'll take it all day.
Hell yeah.
Actually, my other player prop real quick, Jordan Love to lead the league in interceptions at plus 1,300.
All right.
He's not played a lot of football, like real meaningful football. The Packers are going to ride him, like, unless he is just that terrible, they're going to start him every game, unless he's hurt, obviously. But I think, for what I just said, and plus 1,300, let's go, cash it. And then my win total, let me find the number real quick. Bears under 7.5 wins plus 110.
Yeah. Yes.
They won 2 games last year.
I
Correct.
think
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
And they're gonna win 8 this year. What am I missing? Something's wrong. Like, someone's made a mistake.
Yes, I think it is a mistake.
Like, what am I missing?
Like, why is it set at 8?
That makes it
That
7.5
makes
at plus
no
money.
sense.
At least last time I checked, it was plus money. Like, what are we doing? This team was the worst team in professional football last year.
Yeah. It's
Like, I know, like, yeah, Justin Fields, he's looked better. They've added a couple weapons. People forget that defense was atrocious. Like, Justin Fields, he could be an amazing quarterback this year. He won't be. He'll be probably pretty good. He'll probably be pretty good. If he's even pretty good, 5 wins. Even that's that's 3 wins. That's a significant improvement. I don't know why it's at 7.5, let alone at plus money. I feel like I'm getting tricked. I feel like someone's pulling a fast one.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take it just because I don't get it. Like what? Why? So Bears under 7.5.
Yeah, I think.
Hell yeah.
Well, the Bears play the AFC West this year. And that's already Chiefs, Broncos,
They do?
Raiders, and Chargers.
They could easily lose to all 4 of those games.
Yeah,
Like the Raiders are gonna suck, and I can see the Raiders beating them by 2 touchdowns.
For sure.
But
I don't know, man.
yeah,
This-
I don't get it. It makes no sense. But I'm taking it.
It's real.
I saw.
See, that's another thing. Oh,
Well, I saw a video the other day where it was this Bears fan, and he was just like, the NFL is scared now that Chicago has a legit team, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Who?
Who has a legit team? You?
Who's
You
on the
have?
team?
I don't like. Threw me for a loop. I was like, hold on. And then I head to the comments, and, the comments say everything that I was thinking. This man is just delusional.
Just, just blind fandom. And I think we've all been guilty of that.
Yeah,
Over
I mean,
the years.
sure. But, God, you gotta... I mean,
Take a step back.
there are Titans fans that I follow on Twitter that are like, this is our year. And they're like, serious?
No, it's not.
And I'm like, no. You have to be realistic at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
it's not fun to be in a loser franchise. Like,
Yeah.
but those real high moments, those like when the Titans beat the Bills on what was it, Thursday night football, where Josh Allen slipped.
I think it was like Tuesday.
No, it
It
wasn't
was
that.
Tuesday Night Football, man.
It wasn't that.
that
year.
was a Sunday. That was Sunday Night Football.
Oh, okay. Whatever. But those moments feel like Super Bowls. You know what I mean?
For sure. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So
Like, I mean,
let us have our Super Bowl. But at the same time, be realistic. And then you can have those moments where it feels like a Super Bowl. Because you're like, we weren't supposed to win this game. Be realistic. Don't say this is our year if you're a Chicago Bears fan. Don't say that. That doesn't make any sense.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us this week. Might be a little bit of a shorter of an episode just because we had a few technical difficulties. We're still trying to figure some things out. Hopefully we can get back together next week and, fix all these technical difficulties that we're going through. And we'll get through it, giving you guys the quality content that y'all deserve because y'all are the real ones. But yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all socials. Link is in the bio. We're probably going to be giving out the picks, the college football picks, these first 2 weeks via Twitter. So be sure to follow that. We're all going to give all of our picks, and we're going to make a boatload of money. And yeah, that's going to be it. Cool. See you next week. There's 3 of us. Now let's make some money.